Holy shit, we're back at it again with another fucking Synchro deck. Oh, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely fucking crazy deck, man. Absolutely crazy. There's two Ash and a Veiler in here. I'm like, let me just not get max seeds. Let me just put in an Ash. And then also, if I go second in a 47 card deck, I can see 6 cards. That'll make it easier to go second. So, let's do that. I also took out Cosmic Quasar because the card's practically useless, and I also took out a Cosmic Blazar to put in a Shooting Star Dragon and a Majestic Star Dragon. I love both of these very much, and just funny to use, really. Plus, weirdly enough, I see Junk Converter a lot in this deck, so I'm like, if I just add more tuners to the main deck, there's really no difference at all. I'm just going to see the same amount anyways. I actually saw it more. I'd seen 3 in one game, and that was unfortunate, but I mean, hey, I take those. Oh, wow, look at those cards. Actually, pretty decent going first hand. Also not the worst going second hand because we have at least one interaction. Oh, discard effective Aluber. Yeah, we're not going to let that go through. You're playing a 47 card deck, I think it was. We're just going to imperm or negate the Aluber. We're not letting that go through. I know you don't have Branded Fusion in hand. So, pass your turn, please. Thank you. Drop a turn. And now, obviously, I'm playing a Stardust deck, so like they're just going to surrender because once they see what happens, Junk Converter's going to discard Stardust Synchron, add Junk Synchro to hand, normal summon or activate Duelist Genesis first, get Synchro Chase to hand, activate Synchro Chase, which is just going to make it so they can't respond to Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust Synchro monsters. Junk Synchro's going to target the Converter, then he's going to chain Magnemite, and he sat here for about a minute and a half. Like, I'm assuming he realized he's a dumbass. No, Junk Converter is in fact an Earth monster. Nice Magnemite, you fucking fool. Anyways, Max C, thanks. I'm going to draw a card. And they had a response here, which made me think they had an Imperm or a Called By or an Ash or something. But I'm 100% confident it was a second Bestial in hand, now that I think about it. And then on Summon, Magnemite effect. Synchro these two off into Speeder. I don't know what I was doing, but Junk Speeder effect. Special Summon 5 out here. Effect to add. I still think Revolution Synchron's practically unnecessary. Unless I open Doppel Warrior in hand. Well, that's like the only situation where I'm ever going to summon it. If I open Doppel Warrior in hand, I'll summon, what's it called, Revolution Synchron instead of Junk Synchron off of Junk Speeder, but no point. Synchro 8 into Axel Synchro, I think? Yeah, sure, why not? Just because it's a pretty card. Arriving Light's going to draw me a card, special summon itself, and Omni Dragon Brotar. Effect to discard Stardust Worm. Oh, I discarded the tuning instead. That's weird. Doppel Warrior to hand. Synchro 4 and 1 into TG Hyper Librarian. Now we get to draw a card every time we Synchro Summon. Effective Heal Synchro the normal summon Doppel Warrior. Tribute this. Special summon out Stardust from the extra deck. That's draw 1. Then we are going to Synchro Summon into Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. And that's draw 2. Now we're going to draw 2 cards, and I think they surrender here, actually. I don't think the chain resolves, because Doppel Warrior effect activated, and I don't recall going anywhere from here. Yeah. For what it's worth, we had game right there. I could have just attacked with TG Hyper Librarian. I could have synchroned into Junk Warrior, which I was going to do. I was going to synchro into Junk Warrior, and then just attack twice with Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. Nice branded deck. I don't think Branded Fusion should be at 1. I think it should probably be at 2. I think being at 3 is fine as well, but like just be at 2 if you want to keep Branded like just weaker. Wow! Oh my god! That's a field! And kinda sucks, but it's playable. Wheel Synchron's gonna banish. I couldn't go into Crimson. I could go into Crimson Dragon here, but I mean, that doesn't really do much for me. I don't think I was playing another 12 in this deck, so yeah, I wasn't. I didn't have a way to lower Shooting Quasar Dragons level, so unfortunately, I couldn't go into Shooting Star Dragon, which I think is actually what I was trying to do. Although now that I think about it, I also could have summoned out Majestic Star Dragon, which is fucking awesome. But, okay, Harpist of the Duster, get rid of Arriving Light, no problem there at all. I do wish Stardust Synchron can add from deck or graveyard. Arise Heart? Sure, you know what, you want to banish my shit? Fuck you, go ahead. Pretty Memory? Eat ass! No, negate! And they have 3 cards in hand, so who knows what's happening now? 2 negates left. Technically 3, because Shooting Majestic Star, if it resolves, I can bring back with Assault Synchron. But nothing happens. Draw for turn. Stardust Synchron, main phase. Battle phase. Attack. Attack again. And Shooting Majestic Star, finish it off. Bro's name is genuinely funny because, like, what the fuck is this deck list? What is this? And that's a hand. That's a really bad hand. But Under Market Set Duel is going to work. Standby main. Ooh, Danger Bigfoot. Let's hit you with a Max C here so that way you don't special summon anything. But my luck's really good, actually. In fact, I'm one of the luckiest people I've ever met in my life. And so what we're going to do is we are going to hit that Danger Bigfoot, and then he's going to draw one card, I think. Ah, no, he doesn't. It's the targeted card I control destroy it. Thunderbird effect. Okay, Allure of Darkness, Thunderbird summons, draws one card. Allure of Darkness effect, banish, or draw two, banish one. Perfectly fine. Banishes out whatever the fuck that was. Gandora. Talents to draw two cards. That's fine, too. Soul Release a target to banish them? Oh, no shit he's playing a fucking banished deck. That's Gandora. I'm an idiot. Then target the Max Seat. Banishes the 5. Danger Thunderbird effect discards. Or reveals to discard. We're going to hit the Thunderbird. I'm just like that. Normal summon Grand Maju. Do you think this is a problem? Do you think you're going to do something here? Under Market Set Duel is going to activate. That is going to add a Stardust Synchro to hand. Junk Converter is going to activate its effect, discarding itself a Stardust Synchro to add Junk Synchro to hand. And I think you know where this is going, so let me just show you the end results. Junk Warrior! Just kidding, bitch! You thought you knew where it was going, but you didn't! Junk Converter is going to target the Junk Synchro to bring it back out. Look at my boy! I summoned my boy! My son! And that effect, Arrive in Light. Place Converging Wills. I wish I had a Synchro Zone here. If I had Synchro Zone on my hand, I would have got to bring the Junk Warrior back out, and I would have attacked for game with Junk Warrior. But I was getting Converging Wills Dragon with 2 attacks. Wouldn't actually have been enough to win me the game, so I don't know why they surrendered there, especially after I summoned Junk Warrior and not Junk Speeder. But hey, you know, not everyone's interested in Synchro decks. I did shut him down before he could do anything, so I'll take that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I played this duel literally an hour ago, and I don't have the slightest clue of what the fuck happens in this duel, but it says it took 5 turns. Oh, I got Max Seed! I got Max Seed. I set cards. I remember what this duel is! Okay, as Stardust Synchro to hand, you're going to set 4 cards, and we're going to pass turn to them. Rough decision based on what they're playing. Pot of Extrav. That's right, they're playing Labyrinth. We're getting fucked. But hey, we take those. Set 1 card. Super Soldier Synthesis. Tribute the Evening Twilight and the Beginner Knight from the deck to go into... Wow! Oh my god! Oh, I got one of the BLS packs, by the way. My 3... What were your UR packs, actually? Comment below, tell me what your UR packs were. But my 3 UR packs were... The first one was Ignister stuff, so I got Dark Templar at Ignister. My second one was the BLS Ritual Monster. Not the original one, but it's one of the other... It's the new Ritual Monster that came out with this stuff. Then my third one was Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon, which I'm actually really happy with. I really like that card. So I'm disappointed in the first 2. I really wanted the BLS Link as my Royal Rare, but I'll take what I got. And so that's fine. Okay, 3,000 damage. Not a problem. We have a Tuning and a Foolish Burial, so we have full combo on our field and spells and traps. Under Market Set Duel is going to get a Signal Counter. Activate Tuning, and if this gets ashed, we have another one in hand. Junk Synchro is going to mill Doppel Warrior, which is damn fucking cool. Foolish Burial is going to send Stardust Trail to the graveyard. Now that we milled Doppel Warrior, I would have sent Junk Converter in the other case. Summon Doppel Warrior. Add Duelist Genesis to activate, or to add Synchro Chase to hand. Then we're going to activate Synchro Chase, or Tuning first to get Stardust Synchro into hand. And then Beginning of Heaven and Earth, which is going to reveal 3, and adds 1 to hand, I think sends the other 2 to the grave. Add Stardust Synchron, mills the top card of her deck, Synchron Carrier, kinda sucks, but that's fine. Synchro Chase, Synchro off into... You'd never guess. Yes, you would, because I summoned him last game. The fastest man alive, Junk Warrior, makes his return. Effect, Doppel Warrior effect to summon 2, and then Synchro Chase to summon out the Junk Synchron that was used for the Synchro summon of my Junk Warrior. Oh my god, I love these cards. I really do. I want a whole archetype just that's good for Junk Warrior. I really do. There isn't one, but I wish there was. Stardust Synchro is going to tribute off a Doppel token, summon itself, effect to add Arrive in Light, and then Stardust Trail is going to activate the special summon itself, which we are in a good position. Stardust Synchron, add Arrive in Light, activate Arrive in Light, and put on Converging Wills Dragon. Synchro those up into normal Stardust Dragon, not Exo Synchro. Never mind, I was wrong. Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, effect to draw 1 card, effect to summon a token. Who needs Converging Wills Dragon to summon out Rotar? Probably me, actually. I think I should have done that, but I mean, it's fine. Converging Wills Dragon, or Stardust Worm, not Rotar. Synchro these guys off in 2. Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. Effect to target and negate the effects of BLS. Attack with 3100. Boom! Effect is get a special one from deck. Battle phase attack. Battle phase attack again. They had an effect at damage step 2. I don't know. I really don't know. But at damage step 2, they had an effect to activate. It wasn't at damage step 1, wasn't at damage step 3 or 4, wasn't at end of damage step. It was damage step 2. They had an effect that did a thing. I don't know. And I was really scared. And then they had a thing at the end of the damage step, and again, I was really fucking scared. End phase, Envoy with Chaos effect is or not a mandatory effect, it's gonna vanish too. Let's just negate it. I don't know what it does. I didn't read. Who cares? You got it. I think I added back to hand. Then, because 2 cards were banished, that adds a ritual monster, and that adds a ritual spell. Fuck, that was pretty good from them. That was pretty bad for me. Super Soldier Synthesis. And then that resolves adding the ritual monster. And then shooting with Majestic Star Dragon comes right back. It's a once per turn, but fortunately enough, I can just keep doing it because it's not a hard once per turn. So if they had another effect, I can just banish that and negate it. Super Soldier Soul is going to gain 3000 attack. Battle phase, attack over Stardust Dragon. Sure thing. Main phase 2. End phase, pass it over to me. Turn change, draw phase. And I do kind of go BM here. I'm not going to lie to you. I do some silly stuff. Now it draws 1 card. An effect to draw 1 card, and that is game, basically. It's really funny. I like playing like lesser Synchro stuff, because Synchro's, rather you say Synchro, I should call it, is very hit or miss. It's super fragile, unless you're me, because I'm that guy and I know how to play Synchros. But it's super fragile. It can end on some extremely strong and even completely overpowered boards, or it can end on some boards that do really nothing. So playing against meta decks, it almost always just loses. Playing against rogue decks, it almost always just wins. It's weird. It's a really weird deck, because if you just know where to hit, like if you just hit Junk Speeder, it just loses. Don't nib it. Don't Nibiru this deck. You're making a huge fucking mistake, because Nibiruing against this deck is just dumb. Even if let me just tell you this right now. Even if you Nibiru me, as long as I haven't used Stardust Synchron's effect to tribute a monster, I'm ending on either an Omni Negate and Axel Shooting Star Dragon, Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, or I'm ending on Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon into an Omni Negate on your turn that's unaffected, and I'm just gonna leave that on the field with 4000 attack, and you're not attacking over it. So just don't hand trap me. Just leave. Just let me play the duel, and then pass your turn and let me win. Yeah, honestly, I think that's pretty fair. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Give me some new Stardust cards like Stardust Nitro Warrior, Stardust Jet Warrior, Stardust Drill Warrior. I don't know what they would do. I'd hope they'd do something, because that'd be pretty cool. It would be interesting if they were like the gadgets, where they had an effect that was alright. And then like, okay, you know what would be actually really cool? If we gave them this effect, where if this monster was Synchro summoned using the material of the original card. So for Jet Warrior, let's say, Jet Warrior, if this card is Synchro Summon, you can target a card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. If this card gained these effects, if it was Synchro Summon using Jet Synchron plus a non-tuner monster, dope! And then if it had an effect on its own, dope as well. Just do some shit. I want actual, like, cooler Stardust cards that aren't just Omni Negate, Omni Negate, Omni Negate 8 billion minute turn. I want the Stardust cards to do something on their own without me having to use Junk Speeder. And I know that a few of those I didn't use Junk Speeder, but, like, that's because I know the deck and I built my deck to not have to use that, and I didn't run into hand traps or anything of the sort. If I got hit by hand traps, I probably would have had to use Junk Speeder to do anything else from there. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you've all had a wonderful day. I love Stardust, I love Yusei stuff, I love Synchron, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, Red Dragon Archfiend is one of my favorite decks ever, especially the new stuff. God, I love it. I hope Steel Dissipator gets banned, but I also hope it gets printed in the Rarity Collection too. Speaking of which, Konami, send me a box of that. I'll do a video for you. I don't know how I'll do it, but like, do it. Send me a box. Yeah, thanks. If you haven't had a wonderful day, there's always the rest of your day. There's always tomorrow, the day after that, so on and so forth. Things don't get better unless you let them, so give yourself time and things will improve. I promise. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye-bye!